Today, I'd like to talk to you about a clean slate. I was meditating this week, and this has happened times in the past too, where I see this clean slate. And I was speaking with Reverend Susan Firth, and she had this similar experience where she saw a white room, just the pure white light, and me, that white slate. I want you to imagine that for a moment, that there is no past, there is no future, and you're standing in the middle of that clean slate or that beautiful white room. And imagine that this is the now moment, which it is. And that everything you've ever learned about yourself, about the world, does not have to be carried forward with you. It's a clean slate. It's a new day. And if we can really accept that, we let all things be just as they are. We allow the world to be just the way it is. We allow people to be right where they are. And we are not concerned about that because we are confident that there's a divine plan for not only us, but for everyone and for this world, for this planet. But that clean slate is so important. To start fresh today, to start fresh every day when we awake, clean slate. It is said that we need to, before retiring in the evening, closing our eyes and going to sleep, that we need to forgive the day and start anew the next. We're not perfect. We are. But our personalities and the lessons we came to learn do not actually struggling through that. We don't have to struggle, but we usually do. We don't think of ourselves in that higher realm, in our perfection. And that's what's missing. That's what's missing. That's what keeps us from that clean slate. Is what Stan read, we're guiltless, we're sinless. And by the way, sin in Aramaic means mistake or miss the mark. We do that all the time, countless times during the day. But if we can forgive ourselves in that moment, that quickly, because it was just a mistake, forgive ourselves and step back on that clean slate in that room filled with light, then we're standing in our freedom. We're standing in our power. We're standing in who we are. We've learned so much in the past. We've carried hurts and pains and grievances with us. But all that plagues this very moment. It doesn't allow you to see that white light that you stand upon and that surrounds you. It corrupts everything. Our thinking, our acceptance, our inclusiveness, our forgiveness, our healing. We don't stand in our power. I love you very, very much. And it's important that we learn to love ourselves. It's impossible if we believe the lies of the past. And guess what? Nobody has lied to us. We've lied to ourselves. We've lied to ourselves about our capabilities, our worthiness, about our creativity. We're constantly judging and pulling our frequency down. In order to rise above any of it, to raise our frequency, we have to accept a clean slate. That stand in that room of light. Can you imagine? Just close your eyes for a minute and just imagine it right now. That clean slate is the floor you're standing upon, that beautiful white floor filled with light. And everything, every wall around you is filled with light. And that wall around you is protecting you in the light. And what is it protecting you from? Your stinking thinking. Your imagination, which doesn't hold you in your glory. Just stand there. Can you feel the freedom if you don't let any thoughts of the past or concerns of the future into that room, into that clean slate, that platform you're standing upon? Can you feel the freedom? Can you feel that vibration? Now imagine that you're unwilling to give that up. That every unloving thought, every judgmental thought, every grievance, every piece of anger that tempts you, you are unwilling to give this up because you are worthy. You are that light. You are that love. Imagine that, because it's real. It's real. And it's the only thing that's real. Now open your eyes and bring that back with you. Learn. You need to learn to hold on to that vibration. You need to practice that every day. Give that to yourself. I don't care what you want to imagine. Maybe it's a room filled with pink light because you need the love right now. Though the white light it contains every color of the rainbow that loves and supports you. Every ray. Give yourself this. Practice it every single day because you're worthy of it. I want you to think about this. Do you fear love? There's a lesson in A Course in Miracles that says, I will not fear love today. Now, this is being honest with ourselves. Do we fear love? Do we trust a stranger? Do we trust the people we're even close to? Our family, our friends? Do we trust life? Do we trust our job? Do we trust our relationships? Or, really think about this. Step into that. If you feel any fear at all there, we're fearing love. We're actually fearing love. And we put walls up around us and we don't let it in. You know, when my daughter was wanting a relationship, and I was encouraging her to look at her fears about love, about a relationship. And this is what I told her. If you don't heal that, then that third eye isn't even open. And you won't even recognize love when it's standing right beside you. Now, how many of you know that that's true? That what I'm saying right in this moment, can you feel it in your being? It's true. You won't even recognize love when it's standing right beside you. We often fear love. We don't trust it. And guess what? This is deep. It means we fear ourselves because we are love. It means we don't trust ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We fear ourselves. That's what stands in the way of our greatness. That stands in the way of us being powerful in this world, because we fear ourselves. And if we fear ourselves, we don't love ourselves, we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust our source. We don't believe that love is there. How many of us feel guilty about the things of the past? How many of us are still holding on to grievances? How many times have we walked right past love and didn't recognize it? Because we have these walls up around us. The only walls that should be around us right now is the light guiding you, surrounding you, below you, above you, the love, the light that we are. And I knew this talk was going to be pretty serious today, but it's really important. I want you to flourish. I want you to thrive. And the only way you can do that is to love yourself and accept yourself just the way you are. Because whatever that is in this moment, the only thing that's real is the love that you are. The airs of personality, the stinking thinking, that's not who we are. But if that's our focus, if that's what we think about, if that's what holds our whole, focus when we move through every moment of the day, then we cannot reach that place of glory within us, that freedom. We've talked before about how our thoughts attract the lower frequencies to attract lower frequencies. So if you're going to think about what you don't have, then you get more of what you don't have. If you think about what you do have, if you think about the love that you are, if you think about your greatness, the universe supports that because it's true. It's absolutely true. And it's holding at such a much higher frequency. How many of you were able to feel the higher frequency today? So what do you want? What do you want? You want that. Give it to yourself. You're worthy. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice. And we can't be spiritually lazy. We have to practice every day. Catch every unloving thought. Do not judge it. Just let it go and bless it. Do not judge it. And the more you practice that, the universe says, he's raising his frequency. And we support that. I want you to walk on water. The water, and I'm right with you. The water that we walk on is the world below that holds all the illusions. We have to rise above it. We have to walk on water. I love every single one of you, and I leave that with you with love and light. God bless you all. Amen.